is Jen, and I thought I would do a walkthrough of some of my past December daily albums with you today. Just going to do a quick walkthrough, maybe give you some ideas and show you some things I've tried in the past. Many of these are not finished, just kind of as a forewarning. But I'm going to go ahead and move these aside, and I'm going to go in order of the year that I did these December daily albums. My first attempt at a December daily album was in 2010. And I'm going to take this off autofocus. And so this is my very first one. I had a chipboard cover. I just poked holes in it and used some rings to bind it. I had some little eyelets there, but they're falling off now. This has seen better days for sure. But I really loved this. This is felt that's kind of embossed or something. And I liked the way that it played with my Comfort and Joy title of my album. So these I used Allie Edwards she had a free template for that year, and so I used those in my album. And so this is my first page. I used a lot of these transparency pages. That's something Allie was doing that year, and I stamped them myself. So this is StazOn ink that I stamped on a transparency sheet that I just got. It's a pretty thin transparency. It's the kind that you print on, and I just got it at my local office supply store. And so this is my first page, December 1st. And there's that. And I did type on some of my photos before I printed them out. Here is December 2nd, so you can see the number 2 here. I use a baseball card sleeve and put random things in here. This was like a gift tag that someone had given me or something. I'm not exactly sure. So there's the 2nd, and I stamped the words of the day of the week on there as well. This is the 3rd. I can't remember now if I actually used Allie's stuff. I think I made these myself, these December things. This is from Allie, but these are not. I created that myself. This is what my daughter had wanted for Christmas that year. She drew that on there. And just some journaling. This is really simple, like I wasn't too worried about things. This is a full page photo that I printed. And that little thing that says the number 4, because this is day 4. A photo of my daughter. I didn't do anything on day 5. There's a transparency sheet in there, and it's just kind of open. Day 6, I also didn't do anything. Day 7, my daughter went to my mother-in-law's and made this cute little tree, so I just stuck that on there and talked about how they do crafty stuff. Day 8, I documented our favorite Christmas movies, so I just printed out photos of each one of our favorite movies. And then this is some journaling in here as well. Day 9, kind of a focus on the reason for the season. This is also a stamped transparency, so using a nice script stamp. And I talked about the reason for the season. More transparency. I put a 1 and a 0 to represent the number 10 on the words ho. I stamped this and didn't wait till it was dry, and it transferred over here. This is like my sloppy, messy December daily. Another stamped transparency. I didn't finish this. It's obvious. I didn't even try. Really. I did stick some stuff in here. Now this transparency I liked. It has some little gems in the middle of some of these snowflakes that I stamped, which was kind of cool. My mother-in-law had done the 12 Days of Christmas for the little girls this year, and so I stuck that in there, but didn't stick it down. There's another transparency. This I never finished. I did print off a photo, but I never finished it, and this is like a little drawing my daughter did that I just folded up and stuck in here. Not finished, not finished, it's not finished, but you can see there's transparencies on nearly every page, and then my sister-in-law's little holiday card there in the back. I thought about incorporating this little bag that was from some treats I got. Another stamped transparency sheet. So first attempt at December daily, unsuccessful, but I had fun with what I did. This family believes at the back. So that's my 2010 December daily. I'll probably never finish it. I don't know. but I'm keeping it around for whatever reason. The next time I tried was 2013, so skip ahead 3 years, and I decided to make this one simple on myself, and I did 4x6, and so there's a 4x6 photo on one side and then journaling on the other side. That was my whole idea. This, again, is just a chipboard cover that I painted. I embossed this gold stamp on the outside, and then these little tiny letters are embossed with red, and I really like the way that cover turned out. It's looking a little haggard now, but that's okay. This one is not finished either, but it almost is, and so I might finish this one. So there's kind of my intro page, and that's just a 3x4 card that I cut and put in here. So this is talking about my favorite Christmas movie ever, and so there's just a photo of the cover of White Christmas and then all the journaling. And I created these little cards to print for each day just in Photoshop, and I created these 4x6 page protectors as well, and I used some silver thread to stitch them, so you can kind of see that. Day 2, there's just a collage of 3 photos there, and then there is a vellum page in between with a little 3x4 card attached, and then I talked about I talked about the lights and about the little story of my daughter putting this nativity all in a circle around Jesus. Day 3 was a storm, so I put a screenshot from my phone as well as a photo. And that one's very simple, and I stapled a 3 there. Day 4 was like a church activity with our youth group, and so I just talked about that. We decorated some cookies to deliver to people in our neighborhood, and so I have a picture of that. Day 5 was a holiday party for my work, and so I took a picture of dessert and talked about the party. Day 6 was our church Christmas party, and so I talked about that a little bit, and there's some photos from there. Day 7, we went to the Festival of Trees, which is something that my mother-in-law always participates in. You can decorate a tree, and how they auction off the trees, and all of the money goes to Primary Children's Hospital. And so we usually go every year. My daughter brought her little friend Brooklyn, and then I wrote a little bit of journaling inside this little thing that opens up here, as well as right here. This one's day 8, and I have a little Instax photo as well as a regular photo that I used the Rana Designs app to add some text to it before I printed it off. And then I stamped the words favorite and wrote the word my, and then just wrote some stuff that was my favorite about the holidays. Day 9, we decorated gingerbread houses, and so there's photos of all of the people who did the gingerbread houses. So this is me and my husband. This is Courtney, my sister, and her husband. This is, I don't know who A and M is. Amari and Madison, maybe? I can't remember. I think that's my niece and my sister-in-law, and then Malia. And then I printed off a photo of all of the candies that we used on vellum, and I really love the way vellum looks when you turn, like when you're flipping through your album. It's super cute. And then just some journaling on this side. So you can see the consistency with these pages. It was really nice to have that. Day 10, just talking about my favorite tree at work and how pretty it looked even in the wintertime. It looks so pretty. Day 11 was a letter to Santa, so I have my daughter holding up her letter that she sent to Santa, as well as this little Dear Santa card, and she wrote what she wanted on it. So just talked about that, and then this says on my list, and I just stapled this wood veneer tab. Day 12, just talked about some of the things that we did that day. Simple, and I embellished a little bit. Day 13, another holiday party at my work, and I printed another photo on vellum of the restaurant that we went to, the outside of the restaurant. And then I used these they're transparent stickers, and I really like those. So that's day 13. Day 14, we had a Scow family holiday party, and it's always a little auction where my mother-in-law brings a ton of gifts, and we have fake money, and we bid for the presents, and then we all open them at the end, and it's really fun. Day 15 is a box of chocolates. My husband ate so many chocolates, I was surprised he wasn't dying. So that's what that one's about. Day 16, I think this is about being sick in bed, or at least snuggling in bed or something like that. Day 17, just a couple of random little things. My daughter was wearing my husband's sweatshirt or coat or something in my bed, and it was funny. Day 18 was a church activity that we did, like a read-a-thon of scriptures. And then day 19 was another holiday party where we went to La Jolla Grove. So again, I took photos of the food and put that in there. Day 20, my nephew was born, and that's where I stopped. So I have a picture of my nephew, Grayson, and I didn't write anything, and then I don't have anything after that, but I do have the pages. So all I need to do is go in and add these 5 days, and this will be done. So I need to do that because this is almost a completed album and I really love it. So, and the Christmas part is missing, so that's important. So that is 2013. Now, 2014, I attempted this again. So this is my album for 2014. This is a pink paisley album, and I just put this 25 on the front, and this is an 8x8 album, and I just used what it came with. It came with some transparent pages, some kind of textured pages, and some pocket pages. And so my first page is the reason why I made this album, and you can see that there's some stuff poking through on the back. I really like the transparent pages in an album. I think it's really pretty. And then you can see on the back here I just have a piece of pattern paper and then some journaling on this tag, which is talking about my daughter meeting Santa, and she wrote her Christmas list right here. And then this is some stamping that I did and a flare badge. And then this cute wood veneer that I embossed with silver embossing powder. And this is like a linen texture, or a canvas texture page. On the back, there's a photo of my daughter drawing a mural on our chalkboard wall. And so that's what that's talking about. That's day 2. And then day 3 is a calligraphy little class that my friend taught us at work. So I talked about that. Day 4 is going to get a Christmas tree. So I talked about that here. And then there's some journaling there. This is also from day 4. So because we had a work party that day. Day 5, I went to the Beehive Bazaar. So I included the little, what is this called? Postcard from it, a photo of my friend had an exhibit there, and then some journaling here. And my other friend got married, and so I went to her reception, but I took this photo of my daughter and my niece and my nephew. So this is my kid, my brother's kid, and my sister's kid. At the time, we all had one child, and so I just wrote "My heart grew 3 sizes." I thought that was cute, and then stapled a 5 here. So that's all from day 5. Day 6, we went to Temple Square to see the lights up in Salt Lake City, and so I have a bunch of photos there. We also went to the Festival of Trees, which I talked about in the last album. We try to go every year, so these are pictures of my daughter and my niece and nephew by the different trees that my mother-in-law created. And then day 7, we watched the Christmas devotional, and that is where I stopped. So sad, because there's lots of cuteness I could do in here, but I don't know that I'll go back and finish this because I stopped at day 7. And so I really liked what I had done with days 1 through 7, but there's a lot missing. Now, this year I worked at Close to My Heart at the time. I also created a little album for work, and it has a lot of the photos in it, and it is completed because I had to complete it. And so I will show you what that looks like as well. This is a kind of a Smashbook style album. They call them my Crush books. I don't know if they make them anymore, but they had a Christmas one year, and I used my photos for it. And it's from, even though it says 2014 here, it is from 2013. Oh no, it is 2014. Yeah, so these are photos mostly from 2014, I believe. And so I did write, authentic journaling in here, even though it was for like a promotional thing. So, well, that's not true. Some of these are from 2013. Anyway, but you can get an idea of some of the things that you can do. I included a to-do list in here. This is a little pocket page where there's some photos and there's some little cards on both sides. A Christmas checklist. There's your gingerbread houses. There's a Santa list and some photos. Some more photos. This is like a little, there was a gift card in here, and so I included this in here, just a piece of kind of like ephemera from Christmas, and I think that's a fun thing to include. This is something my daughter drew. This is like a little bit of journaling about the Festival of Trees. Photo of my daughter and my niece. And then there's like a little calendar in here. Photo from Christmas. So this isn't every single day, it skips through some days, so you don't have to document every single day, you can just document some of the days. So that's like day 2, but then it skips ahead and there's different days. This is day 12. You know, you don't have to do every single day. So just kind of a note there. And then the holiday aftermath there. So that was kind of a continuation, sort of that other book. And then my last year's album, which I have shown not in full, but in parts on my YouTube channel. There's 3 different videos where I show you the completed pages, but I'll just do a quick flip through and I'll direct you where you can look at the whole thing. But this is my last year's album. I completed it. It feels good. I'm going to complete my album this year as well. So here's my reason for doing it. And I used a Felicity Jane kit for this, as well as some Allie Edwards stamps, and I took Allie's Documenting December class, which was amazing. And so I just have a variety of page protectors in here. This is day 1, day 2, day 3, watching holiday movies, day 4, documenting my nativities. I collect those. And then there's a little thing that pulls out right here out of this little pocket. Day 5, a Christmas concert for my daughter. Day 6, picking out and decorating a tree. Day 7, my daughter looking at my December daily. Day 8, I taught a hand lettering class to my friends. Day 9 was another Christmas concert for my daughter. Day 10 is seeing Santa. And there's a lot to that one. My daughter, this was the first year she didn't believe in Santa Claus, and so I wanted to talk a lot about that. Day 11, we had a little day out with cousins, and I met my cousin's baby Owen for the first time. Day 12, we went to a holiday party, and my husband was doing party tricks with their baby. Or that's day 12. Is that what I said? Anyway, this is like the invitation to their party. Day 13, just sitting and relaxing, talking about what we did that day. Day 14 was our Christmas auction, which I talked about in the last one. And my daughter catching snowflakes. I love full page 6x8 photos like this. This is day 15, and I talked about my daughter needing new gloves, and then my niece and my daughter just having hot cocoa. Day 16, my daughter made some little holiday gifts for her class. Day 17, another little performance for my daughter. And then in here, there's just a photo with some journaling on the back. And that's my nephew. Day 18, I talked about our holiday card. So there's our holiday card. And then day 19, I was sick, so I binge watched Criminal Minds. Day 20, I watched my nephew. Day 21, my husband took my daughter to go decorate gingerbread houses at his mom's house, and so I talked about that. And then day 22, I believe this is, well, I can't remember. Maybe not. Maybe this is day 22. Yeah, that's still day 21. We decorated cookies at a friend's house as well. Day 22, we had our Cook family Christmas party, so I have a large photo of all of us there in the doorway, which I thought was a really great way to get everybody in, and it turned out really nice. Day 23, we cut snowflakes, and I included some of them in this pocket. And then this also flips up to show my daughter with a snowflake that she cut and some journaling. Day 24, we had the cousins exchange gifts. My daughter crocheted these little Elsa and Anna dolls for her, for my niece, which she drew her name for Christmas, so that was really sweet. And then there's just some photos here. And doing the chimes. We do a lot on Christmas Eve, so there's a lot of photos here. This is a holiday card I designed, which is still in my shop, but I included a print of it here. And I print those at Persnickety Prints. They are really, really good quality. We got a ton of snow, so I have a full page photo of my husband shoveling. And then there's the cookies for Santa. And then we go to day 25. So there's a picture of my brother and his daughter, and then my nephew. In here, there's like a little, we did a new tradition with my daughter this year where she kind of busts through this wrapping paper to get to her presents in the morning, and she really loved that. So I included a bunch of photos of that and then some journaling on the back. So that's just what's sitting in there. And then this is a cut file from my shop. So are those. Just some journaling about how we do Christmas morning and my daughter with one of her presents. This is, she got a flute for Christmas last year, and so I took a picture of her doing that. And then this is my daughter, my niece, and my 2 nephews. And just a few days later, I had another niece born, so that was kind of exciting. And I talked about how weird it would be to realize that there was another one coming soon in another layout. But that is how my 2015 album came together. Again, I will link to below where you can see more details about this and how I set my album up if you're interested. But those are my December dailies past. I'm excited to get started on this year. Look for a Foundation Pages layout, or not layout, a Foundation Pages video from me very soon. And I'm excited to get started on that. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you soon.